meal out of nothing or make a meal out of scraps. And that's kind of what the widow did in this. She took the little bit she had and made a whole meal out of it. And I just think, I made me think about it in times that I know where my mama took $10 and made a meal, or somebody's mama took what they had in the cabinets and made a meal. I'm sure anybody else can think about that. You didn't go hungry. It might not have been exactly what you wanted, but women, a lot of times, not saying men can't do it, but women are known for making something out of nothing. Amen. All right, this last part, let me get to part 3 real quick. The fruit of the kingdom woman, possibility. I like that word. So in possibilities, we talk about that women have the power to bear fruit. She even takes time to point out about kingdom singles, and I'm going to read this little quote real quick that she says about kingdom singles. And it's very similar to what Pastor was talking about when he taught on singles a couple of Sundays ago. It says, kingdom single, you are much more valuable than you may realize. You are a child of the king. You are uniquely called and positioned to live devoted to God as one of his primary agents for advancing his purpose on earth. That is a high calling. He will enable you to live in it. Never forget your value. Never settle for less than who you truly are. So that's what I'm saying.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
First carry now for Reggie Bush. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
On the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And I'm going to put it on the screen, and I'm going to let them answer any questions that you may have. Or if you don't have a question, if you just have a statement or a comment, you can put it on the screen as well. Our job here is to inform you, educate you, empower you, and inspire you. And hopefully we've done that tonight. But before we get in any questions that's on the screen, we got a question that just popped up. So let me get to the listeners' questions first. So this question is from Miss Pam. It's from Tasha Harrison. How do you help the child that may
well, they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15.
How do you help the child
play action, Allen.
that may want help, but they don't trust anyone enough to
this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They can teach trust-worthy relationship. We don't have lack of self-confidence.
On 2nd and 15 now, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former 49er, Deion Sanders. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
teach our kids self-love.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
At an early age, so we lose that as they go on and they go to different social.
Fielded in the end zone. And he brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
All right, we'll see if we can get her back on. But one of the things that she just said, which I think was powerful, and I think she's mentioned this to me before, she said we're the common denominator in all our problems. And what that does, it takes away the victim mentality. But it also empowers us to make changes to our own lives. So we get her back on, I'm going to have her to speak to that.
Now Allen to try again after the pick six.
I don't see any questions right now on Facebook Live.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
But y'all know Pastor got
and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
Buying time to his left.
Here comes Pam.
Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete.
And
give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Because I had a question for you if you want to pay. Hey, can you hear me, Pam?
Yes, sir. What you say? I know
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So I had a question.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel up the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
You first start off as a victim because some stuff happened to us that is not controllable. But as you take accountability for you being stuck, you become a volunteer, and you never will become victorious.
There to make the grab, and his guys are going to
add on to their lead.
Yeah, you become a volunteer. You life singing your self-pity role. So in life coaching class, I teach them after a while, you got to start taking accountability. We do have all kinds of things that happen.
Any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation when prior to the game.
But as a while, you start to let that take who you are.
That gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that
still
number's
become a volunteer.
correct.
And there's some things that self-inflicted. But we still got to know that we're the common denominator, so we got to go from victim to not skip over the volunteer day and become victorious.
Ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust
people often say, you don't look like you have a stroke. I said, well, that's hypocritical to look like.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, some Dr. Prince.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Oh, that's a testifying finger. All right, Tasha Harrison has another question. This is Pastor Ford.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play.
Okay.
That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Table that you respect, but don't feel the food is filling anymore, and do that in a respectable manner. How do you stop eating from the table that you respect, but don't feel the food is filling anymore in a respectable manner?
Well, the Bible, first let me say this. You have to know what season you're in. And what I meant by that
the offense still out there. I'd like to go on 4th and 11.
As forward when it comes to your relationship with God and what God is trying to get to you and what God wants to do through you.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
We from a certain table. Although we respect them, sometimes God is
first down, and they're going to throw without
into something.
Flushed out right.
Not one person has everything that we need.
The wise move
So,
there.
in order for us to do everything that
second
we do,
down.
sometimes God has to do
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To do so. Sometimes it's a good way
back to the air on second down. It's out. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And consult with God and see what it is that he said. Because this is how I'm feeling, and it's not the fact that he doesn't know.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Like I said,
throwing again on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
If God is telling you to shift.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That may not be just what you need.
Going for it on 4th down, Allen. Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And a real solid shot, but they're on 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, you look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's Vic following the interception. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag route is you're going to hit a receiver's stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get the steam going.
To throw again on second down. Vic. Under pressure here, and down he goes.
I love what you said. You started off the conversation talking about season. And I think the mature understanding of what the difference is that will come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
From our
And the person you lose in a leadership position has to be
for
humble.
left side complete. It's Drake. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I don't do that because I understand that what you needed in one season in your life, you might need something else different.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pass. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I thought that was such an impactful statement. Like, speak to that a little bit.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll bring him down here at about the 22-yard line.
Everything that
Francisco
you need
going
to
to call
talk
their
about
second
is not always going
timeout
to be.
as they'll talk it over here.
It's not always going to be one of those feel-good
third down.
conversations. Everything is not
And he's able to pick up the first just before he's taken down
Everything's not going
at
to
the
have
27.
things may
Able to
get
get
a
what they
little
need to keep the drive going.
They may
Pick up on
the person that you're
down.
speaking to may not actually
On
like what
first
you have to
down,
say,
Allen.
or like the fact that you're
And his throw here's
but
incomplete.
you have to be courageous
This
enough to
defense has
say,
been very disruptive
this is
early
the
on. This
mistake
will force
that we
another one
made.
to go awry.
It seems to be
This
the
is
front
what I
and
need
the
to-
back end. Pass rush, they've been
and
able
be
to get
bold
home,
enough to
and they're taking the
be
ball
able
away in
to
coverage as well.
take that
put it
feedback,
together. The
that
front and
negative
back
feedback.
working in
You want to
sync.
have people
Way to play good defense.
not looking to have
Now the Niners going to signal for their third
what is
and
it?
final
Highly
timeout
constructive.
as they'll
Everybody
stop it
don't
with just
accept
over
constructive
40 seconds to go
Some
in the
people might
first
be,
half.
go into offense. But as a leader, you have to be courageous enough to go
Allen
to
now on
the
first down.
in spite of how they may
Left
respond.
side here,
So it may not be
Sanders.
comfortable. It may
He's
not
out
always
of
be
bounds
cute. But in
inside
order
the
to get the
35.
results that you need,
That one
you have
goes
to be
for
courageous and
24
make that
yards. This offense
man, you
finding
have
its
numbers.
legs now. Here's
Might not
another
be
first
tall,
and
but it might
10.
not be
Well, these
cute.
guys have
I
definitely
like
been
it.
outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't
Amen.
panicked out there. The way they're carrying
I got
themselves.
another question
They're starting to
here.
move the ball.
And this
And
guy
what you
gets
have
us
to do,
anyone.
maintain your poise.
How
It's got
can
to
you
put
move
together
out of
some
this
drives.
place?
Two
How
choke
can
plays in a
you move
row.
out
The
of this
last one
place
was over
up?
20 yards, and so is
Do
this
you
one.
know the victim and always having a victim's mentality? How can you move out of
Listen, I just move out the victims
Allen
from
to
the
throw
victim
once more.
mentality.
I think that's what they say.
And that is
I think that's what they're
incomplete.
saying.
Down to
Yes,
15
ma'am.
seconds now.
Since I brought up victim,
This
I go
offense
first.
was
I
on
had
the
one
move.
for
Now
faithful
two
week,
straight
too.
incompletions have them looking at
one
3rd
thing
and 10.
I still, a self-reset is just genius minded.
And again, it's
Everything
Allen.
result in self. You got to know who you are.
And they're going to mark him
You gotta
down
know,
short,
you gotta know your
maybe
work.
by
I don't care
about
what
a
just
yard,
happened
if
and what
that.
the real
They do get
geographic
nine, but it
location
leads to
you
fourth
from. You
down.
still got work.
That's it for
One of my
first
clients
half.
told
Two
me
more
we can do
quarters
his
to
name.
go.
My
We'll have
group,
plenty more
his
to
name
see
is Dave.
after the break.
And he said, I think I lost my throne. I said, well, even with the president, Lee
Touchdown
Alford, he
game,
still got the title
14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in the second half. This
So one
carries
thing,
into
you
the
just got
end
to know
zone.
your work. You got to know who you are. So
And
no
he's able
matter
to get this across the
what
20, but
position
not
and
by
what
much,
things
as
you
he's
went
marked
through
down
as a
officially
pastor,
at
as
the
a person,
21.
what abuse or addiction that
The
you
offense
face,
now at
you
the
still
line,
who
ready
you
for their
are. You
next
still
drive.
God's
They
child. You
built a
still
good
made in
first
his
half
image.
lead. Now they have
And
a
he
chance
knew
to
us
add
both
on
in
to
the
it.
body. He
And
said
what
you
I'm
can only
thinking is
find
that
peace in
the
me. I done been
offensive
through this.
staff
See, one thing
spent
I
the
tell my
entire
clients all the
halftime
time,
just working
we
with
try to
them
do too
on
much. The
here's what
roadmap
we
has
think they're
already
going
been
to do to
designed
attack
by
us in the
him.
second
All we got
half.
to do is read it
Nice
and live
first
by
half
it.
that we've
And if
had
you
guys
follow his
be
commandments, you will
prepared for
start to
some
have
change
peace. Every
ups.
time I done
We're
messed
going to
up, I
see
can
them
look
when
at
we
the
kick it off
commandments
in
and
the
say, oh, I
second
went
half.
wrong because I
See how
didn't
they
do
handle
that.
any
I went wrong
adjustments
because
that
I
might
didn't
be
do
made
that. So you
defensively.
will find
Now a
peace in me.
draw
I done
play
already
with
did
Drake.
what you do.
And he's
You
got it
trying to
past the
overcome
30
and stay in a
before he's hit and
mentality
dropped.
and
It's a
fill
first down on
your
a gain of
situation up with
10.
your understanding.
They've
And
got
that's
the lead early
impossible.
here in the
And
third
that's how we
quarter, and
stay in
runs
victim
like that are how they
mentality. But we
established
going
that
out
lead
on
in the first
understanding.
half.
He
I
also
love the
been
fact
through
that
some
you're
bad. He
using the
also
word
been
lead
through
because they're
something.
leading
But
from the
yet he
front,
knows that he was still
pounding on
great.
the defense right now
So
with the
that's
running
where we
game.
go to, where we located.
Down
He
he
is not a
goes. The
product of his
49ers
world.
get there. Ricky Jackson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
They need to stop to get back into this game.
I
And
got
here's
something
what, right to start the third
to add
quarter.
to
Anytime you go to the
that.
lockers with that 2-3 score
Ephesians,
deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and
Priscilla
they've done
Sharp
just
pointed
that.
out
Series to
Ephesians 1.
series,
It
play to
tells
play.
you what God says about you and how God views you. And
Another
having
try
that
after the first down
mentality,
sack.
like
Vic dancing to his
and he
left.
said,
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a
must
game
have been
changer there in the
molested or raped
second
or
half.
attacked
Instead,
or
it's third
whatever
down.
the case may be. But instead of going from being the victim, I feel like people go from being the victim.
Play
and
action now, Vic.
What was the next one? Volunteer.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at
we go
midfield.
from being
The
a victim
defense
to being a
shaking their heads,
volunteer
not
because
aggressive
we're searching
enough, and they
for
allow him
somebody
to
be on
convert a
our side.
3rd and
We're searching
18.
for somebody to actually see the
first
hurt, to
down,
see the
Drake.
pain, and
Yeah,
not
he's going to get a solid gain
not
of
trying
9
to
before
diminish
being brought
anybody,
down. Second
but
and right at a yard.
you knowing that pain,
That
you
play
knowing
wasn't
what
quite
you've
as
been
big as the
through,
play
and
that
having
preceded it,
that
but still,
mindset, that changed
gotta like
mindset, a renewed mindset in God of saying, hey, I got to get up.
Didn't get a first down,
I
but
can't
still,
keep wobbling in this. I got to see what the end going to be. I got to see where I'm going. What can I attain? What can I reach? And if we search more and build a better relationship with God, then he's going to reassure us. He's going to comfort us through that pain. And then he's going to push us to be more than we are. And it's also about being around people, not necessarily that have been through some stuff or been through what you've been through, but people that can encourage you, push you into your purpose, that can push you into your next level, that will push you to be better than where you are right now. And if you get around people that are going to push you, you can move up from one level to the next level to the next level. And finally, you can see yourself as being victorious. So it's just about first of all, finding out who you are. Like I said, finding out who you are. And then once you find out who you are, you're destined to find out where you're going.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
So, Leo, we can be dead and alive. We're not living.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
49ers, nothing.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. From the gun, Vic steps away to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one.
And they still date other men, you know, like, just, I guess, just go on date. And they go on date.
Well, she talks about dating with a purpose. So she discusses that obviously your first commitment is to God as a single person. That's your first relationship. But she does talk about dating with a purpose, or dating with the idea that you're dating for the purpose to be married. So not just randomly dating, but whoever you choose to start, trying to think, what's the old courting? That you start courting somebody.
There you go, man. Code.
How do you spell courting?
I know that word. I've been around some old people. I've been around some old folks that used to say that word. But she talks about dating with a purpose in regards to the single people, which is something I was already familiar with. So yeah, if that you gotta be strategic. Don't go out with every person. Don't say yes to every day, but be strategic. Talk to God, get some discernment, and decide if this is something I'm going to do. Is it going to turn into one day, or is it potentially married? So date with a purpose.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
What's the fold up?
They run here with Jason Huntley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down now, Huntley. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's third down.
From the gun, it's Fromm. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Curtis Weaver on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying level.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. 62 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
A yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check mark 50. Mike is a 50. Check mark 50. Hey, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On 1st down, Bush. And some space here. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Reggie Bush, 31 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.